chicos, vamos a continuar con Vampyr. Estamos en esta parte de la ciudad de Chapel, no sé cómo se pronuncia en realidad, pero vamos a proseguir. No había dejado en este pedazo interrogar a esos dos tipos. Vamos a hablar con esta prostituta.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Uy, esto es competencia.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Ok, no me deja esto. No me deja tampoco eso, negociemos.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
You've wasted your life away.
Ok, eso es todo. Ya le
When
compramos.
science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Según ella, ¿verdad? Según ella. Ya estoy llegando al punto.
I cannot enter.
Ok, del otro lado, perfecto. Demos la vuelta. Aquí estamos ya llegando. Oh, se ve bien loco. Se ve muy bonita esta ciudad.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
Hijo de puta.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Ya se largó. No entiendo por qué escucho ese bebé. No puedo pasar por aquí. No. No puedo subir.
I will return later.
Ok, pero ¿cómo? O sea, ¿cómo lo investigo? Ahí está. Ahí tiene que dar la vuelta.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Cura.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned. It's locked, all right.
Vale, si no, ahora tengo que ir a buscar al otro cabrón. Lo que no entiendo es ese llanto de niño, se escucha medio tétrico a la vez. Creo que es este.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reid, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Hijo de puta.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
No puedo preguntar nada más. No, eso es todo.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Ese padre loco, a ver.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain
Escogí otra vez lo
truth.
mismo.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware.
What do you mean?
The beat.
I have heard in...
Encontrar a Clayton. Ok.
Soon the time will come when you will all be judged for your sins. Even now, he judges your words and actions.
Ok, vamos a ver, está por aquí. No, maldición, este no es. Marca acá arriba. Entonces sí ha de ser ese cabrón. A ver.
Excuse me, sir. Are you
Sí, sí,
familiar
sí.
with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Ok, vamos atrás de la iglesia. Con Richard. Atrás de la iglesia. A ver, vamos a buscar atrás de la iglesia. Carajo. No, es que la iglesia está... Bueno, ¿cuál es la parte trasera en realidad, verdad?
It's locked.
Ok, dice que... Ramo de flores, un pequeño ramo de flores con un voucher para un chequeo médico gratuito escondido detrás de las flores. Camelia. Ok, lo que tenemos que hacer entonces... Volver... Y voy aquí, no se puede. No, no hay nada. Se ve el juego muy bonito así con la lluvia. Aunque no sé. ¿De qué sirve? ¿De qué sirve venirme por aquí si no puedo entrar a otro lado? Bueno, ok. Vamos atrás de la iglesia ahora. A ver, no, tengo que pelear a huevo aquí. Mierda, ¿qué es eso? Mierda, 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 ¿qué es? ¿Qué demonios? Carajo. Dijo que atrás de la iglesia. O sea, aquí está muy muerto. Obviamente no puedo pasar por aquí. ¡Mierda! ¡No mamen! ¡No! ¡Pinche hombre lobo, hijo de... ¡Demonios! ¡Hijo de puta! Bueno, ya vi que no tengo que acercarme a esa parte. Hijo de perra. Ahí está. Maldito. Véngase para acá, véngase para acá. Maldición, hay puro muerto aquí. Y no sé si estoy yendo bien, estoy yendo mal. Creo que nada más di la vuelta en U. Tengo que encontrar el buzón, ok. Ahora vamos a hablar con este cabrón.
Welcome, sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Ok, ya. Dice, busca la carta. Pero no me lo deja, no me lo deja. No.
It's locked, all right.
Eso es lo chistoso, o sea, no me deja controlarlo. ¿Qué carajo? Todos están muertos. A ver si me deja subir aquí. Pero literal todos están... ok, es la entrada del escondite. Ok, antes de irnos. Ay, no, carajo. Esto no lo abre. Bueno, sí la abre, pero no te avisa. Tengo 600. Dice que no puedo. No, ahorita no puedo comprar casi nada. Porque no hay una mesita para construir. Sí, aquí está. Ok. Ok. Vámonos por acá ahora sí. Uy, nivel 14. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? No mames. Exacto. Se pusieron bien locos. ¿Qué carajo? Vamos a seguir investigando. Necesito encontrar ese buzón y esa carta.
I cannot enter.
Maldición. ¿Dónde estoy? A ver. No estoy yendo del otro lado, carajo. Me gusta y no me tengo que regresar. Vámonos. No puedo.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reid, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Oh, la hipnoticé, perfecto.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reid. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired. I don't know if it's the epidemic, but everything seems so hard.
You'll feel better with this, but you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like this. But I thank you for your concern, sir.
No tengo nada.
Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain?
So, may I ask you a few questions?
No,
I'm
no.
not bothered. What could be worse?
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Ok, vamos a robarnos todo de aquí.
It's locked.
Es muy probable que hemos rechazado su postulación para un trabajo en el astillero. Debo agradecerle que el tiempo que Pasó a nuestra oficina explicando las dificultades de la situación con su hijo enfermo y la pérdida de su amada esposa, pero también mi deber es señalar que la política de nuestra compañía prohíbe expresamente dar empleo de exdelincuentes o convictos. Hemos tomado debida nota de sus desafortunadas relaciones con los notorios muchachos de las botas mojadas. Son tiempos difíciles, señor. Y la intención de Finch and Harper es recompensar primero a los candidatos que superen la pequeña investigación que nos gusta realizar sobre nuestros futuros empleados. Yo tomo mi solidaridad. Que Dios ampare a usted y su familia.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Su voz al de afuera. Con razón.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Ok, es grave, yo sé que es grave, pero... Vamos a hablar con esa tipa, a ver.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can
es prostituta.
Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reid.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I will see you later. Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Ok. Oh, pues ya no encuentro nada más en esta parte. Y hasta aquí les dejo, amigos, y en el siguiente continuamos. Todavía me faltan buscar más cosas. Encontrar a Richard Nicard, la carta y más habitantes. Me despido y nos vemos en el próximo. Bye bye.